Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the early dew. Welcome to the early dew. It's your girl, the messenger. It's been a minute. I do apologize for me. A minute is 2 days. I do apologize without power, living in a hotel. There's a lot going on. But nonetheless, we here. What are we doing? I just been meditating so much in those 2 days. And he gave me this scripture. He said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. You know how the messenger is. She don't quote them all the way. She reads them. I know it, but humble themselves and pray. Seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and I will heal their land. That's Second Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. He said that's the foundation of the early dew. I said, whoa. He said, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will heal their land. Good morning, CC. So that's what we're doing. We're humbling ourselves, we're praying, and we're seeking our face, seeking his face, reading his Torah. Each and every chapter starts off with the Lord said, talking about stuff that happened before we even began in Genesis. He had to tell Moses Genesis, but we're gonna jump right into Leviticus 24. That's our foundational scripture, Second Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. But our reading for today is Leviticus chapter 24, verse 1. And as it begins, like all of them, and the Lord said to Moses, and the Lord said, command the Israelites that they bring to you pure oil from beaten olives for the light of the lampstand, to cause the lamp to burn continually outside the veil of testimony between the holy and the most holy places in the tent of meeting. And Aaron shall keep it in order from evening to morning before the Lord continually. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. He shall keep the lamps in order upon the lampstand of pure gold before the Lord continually. And you shall take fine flour and bake 12 cakes with it. 2/10 of an ephah shall be in each cake of showbread or bread of the presence. And you shall set them in rows, in two rows, 6 in each row, upon the table of pure gold before the Lord. You shall put pure frankincense in a bowl or spoon beside each row, that it may be with the bread as a memorial portion and an offering to be made by fire to the Lord. Every Sabbath, he says every Sabbath in verse 8 of Leviticus 24, every Sabbath day, Aaron shall set the showbread in order before the Lord continually. It is on behalf of the Israelites. That's why it was 12, an everlasting covenant. And the bread shall be for Aaron and his sons, and they shall eat it in a sacred place, for it is for Aaron a most holy portion of the offerings to the Lord made by fire, a perpetual, which is continual, due to the high priest. Now the sons of an Israelite woman whose father was an Egyptian went out among the Israelites, and he and a man of Israel quarreled, and they strove together in the camp. Now this is two separate things. We're starting at verse 10 of Leviticus chapter 24, and it says, now the son of an Israelite woman whose father was an Egyptian went out among the Israelites, and he and the man of Israel quarreled and strove together in the camp. The Israelite woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. They brought him to Moses. His mother was Shelomith, the daughter of Debri, of the tribe of Dan, and they put him in custody until the will of the Lord might be declared to them. And the Lord said to Moses, bring him who has cursed out the camp, and let all who heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let the congregation stone him. And you shall say to the Israelites, whoever curses his God shall bear his sin, and whoever blasphemes the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall certainly stone him, the stranger as well as he who was born in the land shall be put to death if he blasphemes the name of the Lord. And anyone who kills a man shall surely be put to death. And he who kills a beast shall make it good, beast for beast. So if he kills someone else's beast, then somebody else got to take his beast. And if a man causes a blemish or disfigurement on his neighbor, it shall be done to him as he has done. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, as he has caused a blemish or a disfigurement on a man, so shall it be done to him. He who kills a beast shall replace it. He who knows a man, he who kills a man shall be put to death. You shall have the same law for the sojourner among you as for the one who is your own nationality. So one who came to Israel, or the one that is an Israelite. For I am the Lord your God. And Moses spoke to the Israelites, and they brought him who had cursed out of the camp and stoned him with stones. Thus the Israelites did as the Lord commanded Moses. That is Leviticus chapter 24. And I want you to know now, it is not a physical stoning. We do not stone, as we even know what Jesus said. If you have, I tell you, I don't quote him, but the first, it's two of them that's coming to mind. The woman who was sinning with somebody who has not sinned, he said, cast the first stone. And then the other one, he says, take whoever doesn't have a beam in your eye to be able to take the mote out of someone else's eye. We know now that it is a spiritual death. It is a spiritual death, a separation. Sometimes we can't even lie and feel like that's okay. But we're talking about killing people and taking the Lord's name in vain and killing people's products and stuff of that nature. So we know now it is a spiritual death. But nonetheless, I want you to remember that we are seeking his face. We are doing what 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14 told us to do. We are humbling ourselves. We are praying. We are seeking his face. We are turning from our wicked ways. And then we are promised that he will hear from heaven, and he will heal our land. That is my time. He loves you, and I love you too. Have a great day. Peace.